This weekend's Formula 1 race takes us to sunny Spain, and finally, a Barcelona track without that chicane. I'm excited not to see it. The first time a Formula 1 race was held in Spain was in 1913, which makes this year the centenary of Spanish Grand Prix. Of course, they weren't all held at Barcelona. The circuit itself is 4.657 kilometers long, and the race takes place over 66 laps. The tyres being brought to this weekend's race are the C3, C2, and C1 tyres, so a little bit harder than the last few races. While the Barcelona circuit may not be that exciting to some, there have been some iconic moments at the track over the years, and 2016 when Hamilton and Rosberg collided into turn 3 comes straight to mind. Rosberg started the race in the wrong engine mode, and when Hamilton had a run on him into turn 3 and went to go up the inside, Rosberg closed the door and Hamilton ended up losing control on the grass and they collided. It was a very unhappy day for Mercedes. Speaking of turn 3, it was a tricky turn for some of the drivers in 2022 as well. Carlos Sainz being one of the drivers getting caught out by a gust of wind. And then, to everyone's shock, Max Verstappen lost control in the very same corner, although to a less extent. 2021 was actually a very interesting race at Barcelona as well, with Hamilton stopping later in the race and chasing down Max Verstappen on fresher tyres, just about getting him before the end of the race. I think this year's race will very much be won and lost on strategy. I mentioned it before, but for 2023 there will be no final chicane. Instead, turn 13 will blend all the way into turn 16, missing that last chicane out entirely, which will thankfully get rid of a really clunky part of the track and hopefully give cars a better run on other cars down the pit straight. Fingers crossed it helps the racing and the overtaking. As always, let's check out a flying lap of Barcelona from F1 22. Enjoy. So what should we expect from Spain? Well, first of all, Helmut Marko is expecting Red Bull to be far stronger at Spain, and that should worry everyone. Qualifying was really close at Monaco, but that's because of the nature of the track. At a faster, flowing track, Red Bull are expecting to be further ahead, and well, it's hard to argue with it. Not only that, but Red Bull are bringing upgrades to Spain, but they're keeping them hush-hush at the minute, with Marko saying they're going to be trying something different. Whatever that means, who knows? We'll find out come Friday though, but I am intrigued. Mercedes will be hoping for a better showing as well, which is odd considering they finished 4th and 5th at Monaco, but this will be the first time they can really test their upgraded car properly and truly get an understanding of how it feels and works now that they're on a normal circuit. Will they be closer to the Astons? Maybe, it's hard to say, but for them this will be the first step forward of a plan for the future. It's all about collecting data for them, and now they have a stepping stone to move forward. Then Ferrari are another team on their own path, also bringing big upgrades to Spain. Just like Mercedes, there is a big upgrade on the way for Ferrari, and again, just like Mercedes, they have promised it's going to be visually obvious. It's been rumoured for some time now that Ferrari have had a new sidepod design in the works, which is more in line with Red Bull, and that they've been making small tweaks to the rear suspension and diffuser. Despite that, Fred Vasseur has said it's not a B-Spec and they won't come with something different entirely, so we can put that to rest. It does seem though that it's going to be a refinement on what they already have, but a big enough one that it's going to be pretty obvious that it's changed. We'll have to wait probably until Thursday or maybe even Friday to exactly see what that is. As I did with Mercedes, as soon as proper pictures start to emerge of any upgrades, I'll do a separate video covering them. There are a few other things I'm looking forward to and maybe expecting for the Spanish Grand Prix. We need to see Sergio Perez first of all getting himself back on track. pardon the pun. He had a shocker in Monaco, so he needs a good weekend. I think we also need to see Lance Stroll get closer to Fernando. We're back at a normal circuit now, and Aston Martin need 2 drivers scoring points if they're going to beat Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. I'm hoping that a change to the final chicane will improve the overtaking, and it seems as though we could be on for a 2-stopper this weekend, which would certainly spice things up a little bit more. Subscribe if you don't want to miss out on all the upgrade videos as they come, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.